Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. My name is Nur Athirah binti Zainirul Nizam. So this is my first commentary videos and the topic given is about social deviance. So I'm going to talk about the social deviant behaviors during COVID-19 lockdown. So before I proceed in explaining what are the behaviors that I've chosen, I would like to define the social deviance, which is the transgression of cultural norm or standard, or in other words, it is the failure to act according to certain norm or standard set by society. Alright, so my first social deviant behaviors example is netizens spread fake news during this COVID-19 RMO. So this happens through social media, especially WhatsApp, Twitter and Facebook. Example, here I can say according to Malaysia Communication and Multimedia Commission MCMC, 43 cases of spreading fake news has been detected until 23rd of March 2020, which is the 6th day of the RMO. So the impact of this such of behavior, it makes people becoming more panic, and when people believe the fake news and continue spreading it to their family and friends, this will or our country is becoming more chaotic. It also put burdens on the authorities that they need to come up with many official statements to clarify the right things and to calm everyone, so that everyone will not be panic and trust the authority that is doing their work. This such of behavior could be related to some of the theories that makes people commit social deviance, which is from Merton. This kind of behavior could be classified as destructive behavior. Why destructive behavior? This is because it shows that people committing this behavior is selfish and doing it for pleasure, because it brings instant gratification when they see people panic and spreading their news from one to one. The second theory that could be related to this such of behavior is Zimbardo through the 7 social processes that increases the slippery slope of the evil. This is from the Stanford Prison Experiment and Milgram Experiment. It shows the individuation of self, which is anonymity. Okay, as we all know, people spreading fake news using fake accounts, and this make them to commit this kind of social deviance because they thought it is very hard to trace, but they are wrong actually, because MCMC is doing their great job in tracing who are the people behind the fake news. The third theory that could be related with the spreading of fake news by the netizen is fraud theory, which is no immediate dire consequences. So this happened when they use the fake account. They thought that there will be not given any sanction because it is hard to trace. Moving on to my second social deviant behaviors that happen during this COVID-19 lockdown or RMO, which is some people violate the order of movement control. As we all know, these cases has been taught in every platform. So based on the news on Bulletin Utama dated 31st March 2020, which is also the 14th day of RMO, it shows that a total of 742 Malaysian citizens has been arrested due to the violation towards the RMO, and among the numbers, it is known that 165 has been charged in the court. So this really shows a very big number of people are committing and violating the order of movement control. These such activities to violate the order of movement control includes create gatherings such as wedding. Some people are still jogging at the park, hanging out with friends and going back to their hometown. This such of behavior bring impacts that they are risking themselves, and not only them but other people around them, to be more vulnerable towards the COVID-19 virus. I can relate this type of behavior with some theories, which is the first and foremost from Merton. This type of behavior could still be classified as destructive behavior, because people who are committing and violating the RMO can be defined as selfish, and they are doing it for pleasure, they are self-centered, and they are doing it for self-interest. The second theory is fraud, which is ignorance, because these people are not aware of the pandemic that is harming everyone. They are not aware of the consequences of their action that will bring risk to everyone. And the other theory that could be related to this such of behavior is by Merton. We can name this kind of people as rebellious because they reject the order of movement control and commit deviant behavior for self-interest. As we all know, in this theory, Merton said that people who are rebel, they replace the original mean, they replace the original goal with the new mean and the new goal. So the original mean, I can say that the original goal is to stop the spreading of COVID-19. So the mean is we should stay at home. But then these kind of people, they are being rebellious, and they create a new goal, which is to have freedom to continue their everyday routine and do whatever they like. And their mean is they still go out to public places, gather with their friends, and disobey the government order to stay at home. Another theory, I can relate this behavior with the theory from Zimbardo, again from 7 social process that grease the slippery slope to evil, which is from the Milgram experiment and Stanford Prison experiment. Zimbardo said that people commit this such of behavior because they are mindlessly taking the first small step. They consider this action as a very small mistake that will not bring any effect, but then when many people are doing it, it will obviously cause many problems to rise, and the spread of COVID-19 will continue to happen. Another theory from Zimbardo, which is conformity. People who are doing or still violating the RMO order, the RMO, is considered as they cause this such of behavior because of conformity, because they have the other friends who still go out and hang out. That's why it influenced them to go out as well. So last but not least, the third social deviant behaviors that happen during COVID-19, based on my observation, is some people that comes for COVID-19 screening tests do not give their actual information. This could be defined as they lie to the health worker and doctor about their close contact and their travelling history, that give impacts and causes some of the health worker and doctor to get infected without intention, get infected by the virus unintentionally, and they are risking the other people who comes for the screening test to get infected as well. I can relate this kind of a very bad behavior to Merton theory again, which this kind of behavior could still be classified as a destructive behavior, because it is obviously people who come and not giving the actual information, they can be classified as someone who is very selfish. They are also self-centered, and they only care about themselves without being aware of what people may face. The second theory is from Freud, which is no immediate dire consequences. It is obviously there is no punishment, whether formal or informal sanction, when people lie or not telling the actual information to the doctor. And then based on my observation, it also can be related to Merton theory number 2, which is this kind of people could be classified as innovator because they accept the goal but they reject the mean. So they believe in the harm of COVID-19, that make them to be scared whether they got infected or not, so they go for the test screening. But then they don't care about the risk they bring when they lie to the doctor about their close contact and their journey history. So they accept the goal. Here I can say that they accept the goal, which is to determine whether they have been infected by the COVID-19 virus or not, but they reject the mean that makes them not following the right procedure to give cooperation in informing the actual information about their close contact with any patient of COVID-19 or their travelling history to the risky countries that have been infected enormously by the COVID-19 virus. I think that's all from me. I've been explaining the 3 examples that I've been observed happening during the COVID-19 lockdown or the RMO. So I hope everyone will obey all the law and all the order from the government. Stay home and stay safe. Thank you so much.